Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are covering the most important national news from a powerful cyclone forming in the Bay of Bengal to India's progress in solar energy, new scientific recognitions, and even policies affecting languages and the environment. We'll go through everything in a simple, easy to understand way. So let's dive straight into our first story. Our big first update is about Cyclone Montha, a developing cyclonic storm over the Bay of Bengal. It is moving towards India's east coast and states like Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Tamil Nadu are on high alert. The Indian Meteorological Department predicts heavy rainfall, strong winds and possible flash floods in low-lying coastal regions. Montha, named by Thailand, could intensify into a severe cyclone over the next few days. Fishermen have been advised not to venture into sea and emergency teams are being deployed in vulnerable districts. The event reminds us once again how important early warning system and disaster preparedness are for protecting lives and livelihoods. While coastal states brace for the storm, another major event in Mumbai is bringing together global maritime experts. Let's talk about India Maritime Week 2025. India's Maritime Week 2025 is being held in Mumbai from October 27 to 31st and is one of the largest maritime gatherings in Asia. The event includes representatives from over 100 countries, 500 exhibitors, and focuses on India's growing strength in global shipping and trade. The discussion covers sustainability, digitalization of ports, cruise tourism, and green shipping. This aligns with the government's Maritime India Vision 2030 and Amrit Kala Vision 2047, which aim to make India a world leader in port logistics and the blue economy. India's port capacity has nearly doubled over the last decade, and the number of Indian seafarers has tripled over 3.2 lakh. These achievements show that country's coastline isn't just scenic, it's strategic. Speaking of clean and sustainable growth, India has achieved a remarkable milestone in renewable energy. Let's look at our next update on solar power. India has officially become the third largest producer of solar energy in the world, surpassing Japan. The country generated over 108,000 gigawatt hours of solar power, marking a major leap in clean energy production. This success has been driven by massive solar parks in Rajasthan and Gujarat, rooftop panels, and farmer led solar initiatives. The government's target is to achieve 500 gigawatts of non fossil fuel capacity by 2030, and this milestone proves we are on the right track. Solar energy not only supports environmental goals but also creates jobs, reduces fuel imports, and strengthens India's global leadership in the climate action. From renewable energy to recognizing those who drive scientific progress, our next story is about prestigious Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar 2025. The Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar 2025 celebrate India's finest minds in science and technology. The awards are divided into four categories: Vigyan Ratna for lifetime achievement, Vigyan Shri for distinguished scientists, Vigyan Yuva for young innovators under 45, and Vigyan Team for group efforts. This year, winners come from diverse fields like physics, agriculture, space, and biotechnology. The awards aim to inspire young scientists to contribute to India's growing innovation ecosystem. By celebrating these achievements publicly, the government wants to create a culture where scientific excellence is recognized and valued just like arts or sports. And speaking of the future technology, India is now preparing for the next generation of wireless communication, 6G. The second International Bharat 6G Symposium was held in New Delhi, bringing together top researchers, telecom experts, and policymakers to discuss the future of 6G technology. The event produced the New Delhi Declaration on 6G, which highlights the five key principles: trust, resilience, openness, inclusivity, and sustainability. India aims to capture 10% of the global 6G patents and expects that 6G sector to contribute over $1 trillion to the GDP by 2035. While the success of the indigenous 4G and 5G technology, India is now positioning itself as a creator, not just a consumer of advanced communication systems. While India looks to the digital future, one state is focusing on instilling national pride in its citizens. Rajasthan's new anthem policy is our next headline. Rajasthan has announced a new rule requiring all government schools and certain offices to begin each day with singing of the national anthem and the national song. Institutions will also have to upload geo-tagged photos to confirm participation. The aim is to promote unity, patriotism, and a sense of discipline among students and government employees. The policy has sparked discussion. Many appreciate the patriotic move, while others are questioning its practicality. Regardless, it's a step towards reinforcing civic values in everyday routines. From patriotic programs to military preparedness, Our next update is about India's latest defense exercise named Trishul. India has launched Exercise Trishul, a major joint military operation involving the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The exercise focuses on coordination, quick response, and advanced warfare strategies across land, sea, and air. It stimulates real battle conditions and tests the integration between different defense units. Exercises like Trishul are vital to maintain readiness in a complex security environment, especially with involving threats around India's border and maritime zones. This operation also sends a clear message of strength and preparedness to both allies and adversaries. Alongside military readiness, disaster readiness is equally important, and that's where our next story, the SIT-20 exercise, comes in. The Indian government is launching the SIT-20 State Integrated Training Program across 12 states and union territories. The large-scale exercise focuses on improving coordination between the military, police, and disaster management teams and local authorities during emergencies. The drills will simulate earthquake, floods, and other disasters to strengthen preparedness and response system. Such nationwide efforts are crucial for minimizing casualty and losses during real crises. With climate-related disasters increasing each year, programs like SIT-20 plays a huge role in building national resilience. Speaking of environmental responsibility, our next story takes us to Uttarakhand, which is taking a green step forward with a new tax initiative. Uttarakhand has announced a new green tax policy aimed at protecting its fragile Himalayan ecosystem. The tax will apply to certain vehicles, tourism activities, and industries contributing to environmental stress. The funds collected will be used for forest conservation, eco-restoration, and sustainable tourism infrastructure. Given the state's growing tourist traffic and environmental challenge, the policy is both timely and necessary. It is a reminder that development and conservation must go in hand, especially in ecologically sensitive zones like the Himalayas. While we're talking about preserving nature, preserving culture is just vital, and that brings us to our next story on Dogri language. The Dogri language, primarily spoken in Jammu and surrounding regions, is receiving renewed government support for its preservation and promotion. New initiatives are being introduced to include Dogri in education curriculums, encourage publication in the language, and promote cultural programs. Dogri, one of the 22 scheduled languages of India, holds historical and cultural importance. By strengthening its presence in schools and media, authorities hope to preserve regional identity and pass into the future generation. Language, after all, is a bridge to our history and tradition. And speaking of tradition, our final story revolves around one of India's most aromatic and traditional crops, coffee. India's coffee industry is witnessing renewed growth, and the government rolling out new initiatives to support farmers and boost exports. Efforts are underway to improve the quality of beans, promote organic coffee, and develop new markets in Europe and Asia. States like Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu, which produce most of India's coffee, will benefit from the technology upgrades and better value chain systems. Global demand for specialty coffee rising, this could significantly increase farmers' income. India's reputation for producing unique blends like Monsoon, Malabar, and Robusta cherries helping it gain a strong position in international markets. From coffee farmers to Cyclone, from solar panels to science awards, all these stories together show the progress and diversity of India's journey today. So that's our complete round of the latest important updates covering climate, technology, energy, defense, language, and the environment. Each of these stories tell us something about India's growth, resilience, and readiness for the future. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which story inspired you the most? The 6G vision, the solar milestone, or maybe the green tax in Uttarakhand? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you with more insightful updates from India in the next video.